Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I work in Scotland. Today is card 1 from our beautiful autumn kit, which I have done for September. So yeah, here we go. This is the first card. So in your kit you should have a Very Vanilla card blank, a layer of Very Vanilla, and some small pieces of Coastal Cabana and Old Olive, and a strip of crumb cake. In your kit you should have enough to make 2 cards. So that's why you've got 1 piece of Coastal Cabana, 1 piece of Old Olive, but that'll be more than enough for both your cards. And you'll have 2 strips. So yeah, so this card is a case from the catalogue. If you look towards the back of the catalogue where the mini August through December mini catalogue, you'll find a card very similar to this, and I have cased it. So yeah, that's where the idea for this came from. That's what I find is fantastic about the catalogues, as they're a really great inspiration and a good source of ideas. So let's just go ahead. And so what I need first is, what I haven't done is brought myself a list of the instructions that I've given you. What I did mean to do that is print them off so that I could see how well or how poorly I've written the instructions, and that's just in case my instructions are not that great. I always back it up with a video so that I can redeem myself. It's because you design it, you kind of know what you mean, but you don't always write it clearly for everybody else. So what I think I have said to you in the instruction, before I film the other ones, I'll print my instructions off so I can see if I can follow them. So, but I'm not going to do that just now. So what I suggested to you was you put your sentiment strip roughly where you want it, and then just kind of just with your pencil just put a rough mark of where it's going to be. Basically mine is almost central, but I've not measured to see if it's exactly central. It's just almost central. And we're going to be using stamps from Beautiful Autumn. So what we're doing is stamping straight on the layer. I'm going to use the wheat sheaf one, that one, and this other long one, and I'm just using them. There are stamps that you can fill in with the colours in. They're there, but in this card I didn't use them. I'm just using the drawings. Okay, that to the side. So just for this part, just those 2. So let's get some blocks. Whoops. Right, so I've got my blocks, and the colours, as I've already said, are Coastal Cabana, Old Olive and crumb cake are what I've used. Obviously you can use what you want, you can change it up, because a kit is just that, a kit that you can do with what you want. Alrighty, so let's just, and on the base of this one I only used the Coastal Cabana and the crumb cake. I used Coastal Cabana for this, and it's just to give background, and then I'm adding texture by layering up the leaves underneath. No 2 will be exactly the same, but that's great. So just from radiating out from the middle of the card, and your sentiment strip will hide the ends. That's that way, and 2 or 3 this way is fine too. I think I've just done 2, but let's just go for 3. So don't like doing two cards exactly the same, so this is fine because you would be struggling to do exactly the same anyway. Right, so that's that stamp cleaned off. And that's that for the Costa Cabana. Such a beautiful colour, isn't it? And then I want my crumb cake. I'm going to put the card blank out the way because I've got a feeling I'll end up with ink on it. And then again, just as many. Oh, I'll need to put another one in. I don't know how. Oh, I've managed to get. Do you know what it is? It's because I'm using a block that's much bigger than my stamp. Sometimes it's okay to do that, but sometimes it's better to have a block that's closer to the size of your stamp. So this little one is perfect. Look, I'll maybe get in because look, I got ink on the corner of that block. I think it wobbles because it's so big, so let's just disguise that. That saved me wondering where to put that stamp. If it matters, this has drifted away quite a bit away from where I'm going to put the sentiment. However, I'm going to be building up leaves, so I don't want the ends of these stalks to be showing. The overlap as well is fine. It's a bit. I think we'll just add a bit more on this one. I'm going to just to see then later what I like best. They won't all be that visible because, right, that's enough now though. Give it a wipe off. Just pop that over. I don't think I need these stamps again actually. So what I need now is I did put extra Very Vanilla, and you should have 3 pieces about that size. So one to stamp some leaves on. So yeah, so I'm just going to get my the leaves. There's 2 styles of leaf. There's a sort of oak leaf style and what I would say is an Acer style, maple, sycamore style leaf. So yeah, let's get these onto blocks. Put these away. That would be a good idea. So hope you're all well and that your kits have arrived safely. Right, I'll pop that to the side just now and then we'll do our stamping and punching. So I need some of this. Again, you can just stamp away and do enough for each card. You can do a few and then do more, or you can just do them all at once, whatever suits you. So I'm just going to do a few of these oak ones with just mix and match. Obviously feel free to fast forward or whatever suits your, stop the video when you want to catch up, whatever. So that will be enough for them. One there, did I do any? No, I think I just did maples on the olive. I did some in olive green on the Very Vanilla as well, so let's do some of that. just because I'm going to be punching and I don't have too much time. So just do them along the edge and then it should be easier to just punch them out. Worth thinking about if you're doing quite a lot. So that, I think that's enough of the oak leaf. And then where's our acer? So while the olive's open, I'm hoping I'm doing this where you can see. The line drawings are beautiful. Our artists with Stampin' Up are fabulous. Just doing some round the edge. I don't need that many, but just... And then we'll do some on the very vanilla. And then we have choices. I think that'll do. So I'll put them to the side, and while I'm stamping, let's do the sentiment now. This is heat embossed, but we'll get the thank you stamp out. So it's got, do you know, it's got 5 sentiments in here, which is great. My heart is grateful for you. Hey there. Thank you. Life is better with you and have a beautiful day. So, well, this one will we do... No, I'm going to do thank you. I'm actually needing some thank you cards, so let's just do thank you. Keep doing cards that I don't actually need and then they lie around. I just pop it on here. So this is heat embossed with white. Now you should have, those of you who have been doing my project box, you should have the white embossing. Well, you will have bought the white embossing things for previous projects, that's what I'm trying to say. So I'll try, that's clear, I don't want clear, I want white. I forgot to get all this out, that's usual with me. White. And here's my embossing buddy. There it is. I'm needing to clean this drawer out. I've got this drawer that I keep all my bits and pieces that I use regular, but it's got a little bit full. I think there's obviously things in there that don't need to be. Anyway, so just as a reminder for everyone, your embossing buddy, rub that. At the moment, Stampin' Up are not carrying these, but you can get them in loads of, you can get them online or any sort of hobby department store. Right. And then we just ink up the stamp with our Versamark ink, which we do carry, and we do carry the white embossing powder. So just ink up with the sticky Versamark ink, and it's quite good because it doesn't dry too quickly, so it gives you plenty of time. So just get it where you want it on your, look at me, everything's squint, but it's that kind of font that you'll get away with it anyway. Right, so that's that stamped. And now I just need a scrap of paper. Oh, here's a scrap of paper. And then just pop my white powder on, which is my embossing powder. Oh, something damp's been in there. It's okay. It was lumpy, but it sorted itself out. That's fab. Maybe just not enough on that bit there at the end of that T. That's much better. Pop that to the side. And pop your powder back in your jar. I always put a fold in my paper, and that way the powder all goes down into the V and then easily back into the jar. A lot of people use container, like bigger containers, like takeaway style containers, but I don't really have the space, so I just pop it back in the jar each time. Okay, time for heat tool. If you have sensitive hearing, you might want to turn your sound down for a moment. It won't take long though. I use my silicone mat just to protect. I wonder if I can do this. This would be awful clever, wouldn't it? Right. So I can lift it off my table and not do damage on my table. Now you need to heat this up a wee bit, because the more you have it over your project, the more your card is likely to warp. So you just want it to be quite quick. You see it starting to change now? Hope you can see that. There we go. Wow. Every single time I do that, it wows me. Like, that was good because that just protected my work surface a bit. Silicone mats are in the annual catalogue towards the back. Right, so we've got that bit done. We've got this bit done. As you see, that's going to go across there. Then, right, so we can put all our stamping stuff out of the way. And let's do some punching. So this set comes with 3 fantastic punches. It's a great bundle. As I say, it's in the August to December mini catalogue. It's a superb wee set. These punches, although in the catalogue they look tiny, they're not as tiny as you think they are. They're a good size to work with. So again, I'm just going to punch a few out. I won't punch them all out. Line up so you've just got an even border all the way around. Grip it and then push if you're happy. And we're certainly, autumn has come now, so just basically got the timing on this just right. We've certainly come to Scotland, although we have had a bit of an Indian summer. The colours, the leaves are turning, and yeah, it's just beautiful. I didn't do this set particularly autumn colours. I just like these colours that I saw in the catalogue. So just think they're kind of nice and fresh and clean looking. I think the other cards in this kit do take on the autumn colours. But the designer series paper is just beautiful. I hope you enjoy it, and I'm sure you can make lots of other projects with what's left of your paper. So that's enough oak style leaves. Or leaves, what did I say? Leaves there. Oh gosh. Right, and then I need this maple leaf. I have a beautiful Japanese maple in my garden. I only have a small garden, so it's always kind of dwarfed one. Oh, it's just beautiful red colours. I love it. And this week I was visiting a Japanese garden, well, Japanese style garden, that's not too far from where I live, and oh my goodness, loads and loads of maples there, small ones. I think we're going to have plenty of these. I won't I wouldn't use all that I've punched, but I just like to have enough there to play with when I'll get some of these in the very vanilla. I'm just going to layer them up and just make it up as I go along, and as I say, it won't be the same as the original one. And that's the whole point. You make it yours. Okay. Oops. Right, so that's our punching done. So what I'm going to do is pop the sentiment on. I think what I'm going to do is actually start to make the card up, because then it will be easier. So let's layer this onto the card base. Again, I've just put this on flat. I don't want to make it too piled up in case you want to put it through the posts. I mean, you could put that on with dimensionals, but I've been using Stamp and Seal quite a bit this week, and I'm actually getting on okay with. Oops, she says, and then it doesn't start. Yeah, it does. Sometimes you just... So, yeah, I'm okay. I've kind of made friends with it now. I know a few people were having problems, but I'm good with it. Now the thing is, because I'm using, usually I use wet glue for this job, just because of it's easier to line up, but let's see where we go. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Just a wee bit squint, but you know. I just say it's a slightly jaunty angle, and then I need dimensionals. So I'm popping this on with a dimensional towards each end. Let's see if I can find normal size dimensionals. And then I'm going to be popping the leaves in underneath, so that will support the middle, because I want to have the space to pop them in underneath. So I might just put, I'll put one in the middle just, and then we can pop in, just so it doesn't collapse, but I don't think it will by the amount of leaves that I put on the last one. Right, and then that just goes across the width of the card. I still got my pencil mark there, which you can rub out if your pencil, probably should have done that before I stuck it down, but it won't matter because I'm going to pop leaves in there anyway and just kind of slowly build them up. What I didn't remember to do was stamp some leaves under. I did on the my original one, you see, I stamped a few leaves, but that we'll make up for that by just building them up. So again, I don't know if this will work just with this. Let's get the silicone mat. Actually, maybe a dot of wet glue, if I can get my wet glue to run today, because I was using the Stamp and Seal. I haven't. Yeah, there we go. That'll start coming. I've got about 4 glue bottles on the go, and they're all kind of running down. So just pop them so that this stock's just under your. Try that again. Doesn't want to play ball now. Just because I told you I'd made friends with it, and then it's going to make a bit of a liar out of me. Like a child, eh? Just because it's quicker. You can tuck, tuck ones under like that, so they're spreading a bit. Obviously you can take your time and get your composition just the way you want it. I'm just using up what we've got here. Pop that one a bit further out and then I can build up underneath it. As I say, just slowly build it the way you want it. There's no right or wrong way to be doing it, just don't think I got glue. Oh yeah, I did get some glue on it, just catch it anyway. So I'm just kind of catching that one so that it slightly overlaps that one I put out there to give some depth. And because I'm not covering them glue, you can put some under. Just I'm not particularly being artistic here, I'm just using what I've got left, so but you get my drift. You just make your leaves to an arrangement that pleases your eye. Filling up the gaps. I've got 2 leaves left, I'll just pop them on somewhere. The thing is, nobody, whoever you're sending it to, they don't know what you intended it to look like, so you just please yourself. If it doesn't quite go the way you thought, well, it'll go a different way. So it's just a wee arrangement of the leaves there. And then all we need to do now is decorate it. Now, yeah, so I've got some linen thread here. And I didn't get out the dimensionals I gave you in the kit, and I didn't look out. What are they? Here they are. It's these ones, isn't it? Yeah. So it's Elegant Faceted Gems. Again, they're, I think these ones are from the annual catalogue. Of course, I've not got that out ready, but you'll have both catalogues so you can have a wee check. So I'm going to use these pinky ones, and I'll use a couple at either end there. But first of all, we'll pop a wee bow of the linen thread. This is such a handy little embellishment. I love it. I love a wee linen thread bow. And as you know, I can't tie bows for toffee. So I have my trusted bow tie. I'm just cutting off a length, probably far too much, but I'm going to double it. Probably could do that again, actually. No, maybe not. Could I? Yeah, I could actually. So, you know, you can use it over as many times. So I'll just cross them round, tuck that under, untie a knot, and that was a bow done. So you'll see why I just resort to this. I just, well, look at me, pulled it off. Keep them on there till you tie your knot, because you want to try and get it in the middle and you want that to be taut. So let's pop it down a bit. So this is a fuller bow, it's like 4 layers. The one on the other card I just did 2, but just do what makes you happy. Look, that's fine, and then just trim the ends. There you go, fancy bow. And I would stick it on with a glue dot, but a mini dimensional would work. I find glue dots easier, and I've just stuck that. You can stick it anywhere, you know, it can go in anywhere, just kind of at a jaunty angle. There is where I put it on that card. So you decide there, that's one that's just 2 layers of the linen thread, and there's one that's 4. So you just do your decorate. It could just be with a knot, whatever suits you. And where is my pokey tool? I like using my old pokey tool for my gems. We do have our take your pick tool, and mine is escaped for the moment. No, there it is. Again, you can get this, and it does. This is a great multifunctional tool. It does all these sort of jobs. It's actually got a wee spatula, which is quite good. Pop that one there. Just kind of similar to what I did. Maybe pull that over a wee bit. Just want to draw your eye over the whole card. That one in there. And then I think I'll just use the white to go with the white embossing. So you've got white and clear in this sort of pinky shade. I think it's petal pink. There you go. That works really well, I think. But I'm happy. And that's, you know, as long as you make yourself happy, that's the thing. Right, so that's that done. So thanks very much if you made it to the end. I'd love to see what you've made. I'd love to see your cards. So even if you just email me a picture, or if you're on Facebook, come on to Jazzle and Friends Craft Share Group. If you ask to join that, then I will let you in. And yeah, you can. It's a craft share group. It isn't just for your card making makes. You can put all your crafts in there. So anyway, thank you folks. Thank you for buying my kit, and thank you for coming on and watching the video on how to do it. So yeah, speak to you all soon. Bye bye.